And we're back. Christmas Day, day 10 of the cut, down to 272 pounds. And expect that number to probably bounce up a little bit the next vlog because it being Christmas Day, I'm going to eat myself some stuffing at Christmas dinner. And by some stuffing, I mean literally all of the stuffing. Also, when Miana was Christmas shopping, she didn't realize I'd be hopping back on the diet by this time. So at least 3/4 of my presents were of the candy and chocolate variety. So I had a couple of those this morning. Safe to say, I'm going to be very well fed for this abbreviated deadlift session because I don't have a ton of time before we have to head to my parents' farm and then head to my aunt's place in Cochrane. And you might have noticed the activated branded shirt I'm wearing. And no, this is not a sign that a new apparel drop is coming, although probably expect a sign that a new apparel drop is coming before January 1st. My client, Alexandra, who is freaking amazing, sent this to me for a Christmas present, and check this out. Trying to figure out framing here, but activated by Diet A&W. And the best part, there's a mug. Absolutely delicious. Also, toque, too. And the last thing to note before we get rolling on some rack pulls. I don't know if you can notice in the picture, but shots a little bit tighter. Depth of field, bokeh might be a little bit creamier, but I got Miana a 35mm Sigma art lens for Christmas. And because I paid for it, I wanted to at least try it for one vlog. I normally shoot on a G Master 24mm, so with how small the basement is, the 35 might be a little bit difficult trying to get the camera far enough away from me for framing, but we'll do our best. And the basement lighting freaking sucks, so probably isn't going to do the lens justice anyways, but whatever, we'll roll with it. And plan today is maybe some 5s, maybe some 3s. We'll just work up and find out if my hands are going to be ouchie ouchie boo boo again this week. Okay, 45. Not feeling the need for straps quite yet, so hopefully it stays that way. Did do cardio last couple days, but still feeling a little bit like I can't get enough air, but am okay with how that one felt. So I figure we'll just FAFO and go straight to 595. And if you're wondering what Miana got not just me for Christmas, but all of us, you're about to find out. Oh. Woo! Head mount for the Insta360. I think she freaking nailed it. We've been watching a lot of Preston Goes on YouTube, which is quickly becoming one of my favorite channels, but he always does like the stupid face shot when he's doing stuff, and it's so freaking funny. So I figure we'll try to work more of that in when we're still in off season. Anyways, we'll do another set there without the helmet cam, so I have something to make a Instagram reel with later that isn't totally stupid. Yeah, I am okay with that one. Now, Instagram reel talking time. If I'm training a rack pull, what I don't want to do is cheat the start position to make it really easy so I can lift like 100 pounds more than I can pull up the floor. What I do want to do is replicate the torso angle that I have pulling from the ground, run it a little bit more stiff-legged to put all of the work into my hips and back to build up what my pull from the floor needs. I think I might have one take that, so pretty freaking stoked. On to some stiff legs, and the really good news for today is Miana obviously watched the last basement vlog episode, and she left the deadlift bar loaded up. And we'll just run, my head's not in frame. As I was saying, and we'll just run 375 again, but try to be less pathetic than last week. And actually, with how that feels, the yellows are out, so I'll toss those on for the next set. Yeah, this might be my new favorite thing ever. And gonna run the prime wedge for fronties again. And because I learned my lesson last week, putting the slippers on from the very beginning. And these are Keen Hausers, which are like kind of barefoot. And what I mean by that is they got a wide toe box, but they have a little bit more squish than like a true zero drop barefoot shoe. But since these are light, I ain't worried about the squish, and it's easier than going upstairs and getting real footwear at this point. So much better than last week. Like, for you that commented last week that I need to put skateboard grip tape on the prime wedge, like, yeah, that would kind of solve the problem of sliding around when I was squatting in squishy wool socks. But I think the better solution is to just not squat on the prime wedge while wearing squishy wool socks. And last one didn't feel like great, but good enough that I figure we can go 205 for work sets-ish. And gonna at least attempt to not just shove my knees out like an asshole here.
Shawty sucked up like a vacuum. She just threw my piss in the bathroom. Haven't slept, minds look like a raccoon. I belong to the album. I want you, bitch, she can have you. Shawty got hips like a baboon.
Yeah, decent enough for what I need today, so we'll run another. Neatest part of running the 35 is, I don't know if it'll be good yet, but it's at least forcing me to kind of put more thought into where I'm setting up the shots. Feels so freaking good on the quads. And I figure with the time constraints that I'm going to be working with today, going to run some GHRs into GHR back raises, into some GHR sit-ups. Ran 2 rounds of that tri-set without rest, which makes me really glad we did cardio this week. But because I was so expedient, that means I got time to crank on some pull downs. we'll go up for the next set. And gonna keep the outro short and sweet so Miana doesn't come downstairs and yell at me again. But thank you guys so freaking much for watching. Merry Christmas. So grateful for all y'all sticking around through the process. And if you guys need any help directly from me, hit those links below, join the team. We will get you sorted.